if it doesn't work. We'll have to shift focus to yet another issue. I had a lengthy conversation with Mr. Sumant Sinha of ReNew Power on the issue of pricing of solar energy. For the first time in India, the price of solar energy is way lower than the price of thermal and nuclear energy. Remember, the last bid from a SoftBank-led consortium, I mean, as big as that, is 2.44 rupees per unit. This is what Mr. Sinha, the chairman and CEO of ReNew Power, had to say on this aggressive bids.
The bids that have just happened recently, I think, are aggressive. They do assume that solar panel prices will continue to decline over time in the future, and so will interest rates. And those are the biggest assumptions that have an impact on what the tariff eventually will be. I think the people who made those bids have probably made certain assumptions, and now we have to see whether those assumptions will pan out or not. My personal view is that solar costs have declined very dramatically. I think you're likely to see sub 3 rupee prices in solar now. And then depending on radiation levels, depending on land acquisition and availability, costs could be anywhere from 260, 270 to about 3 rupees, 3 rupees 25. Solar today is still a very small part of the overall grid. Even now it will probably account for less than 2% of the total power generation in India. So even if we scale it up to the government's target of 100,000 megawatts in the next 5 years, it will account for less than 7-8% of the total power generated in the country. And so I don't think that small an amount can actually threaten large legacy systems. The second thing is that solar ultimately varies with the sun, and therefore you do need to have baseload power as well to carry on until such time that storage becomes more viable, which will also happen eventually. And that is why in the longer term there will be fundamental transformation in the way our energy systems are run and operated, and therefore that will begin to impact thermal as well.
Okay, that's the word coming in from Sumant Sinha, but the stock that you really need to look